What's happening, people? We're back here once again on CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. I'm super excited to be back inside the building. I'm genuinely very buzzing at the minute. I'm watching all the football news unfold. For those that aren't aware, I'm a massive Manchester United fan, and obviously this Ronaldo news is breaking everywhere, and I'm trying to keep my eye on it. But I did promise that today I would be doing this reaction video, so I'm recording it now, then I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to get it straight up so I can get back into the madness. Out to everyone who caught the review of Mood, obviously featuring Buju and WizKid on that one. Fantastic tune, and the support on that one's been crazy. It's the quickest video to ever hit 3,000 on the channel. Less than 13 hours, I think it took. So thank you to each and every one of you. Today we are getting into this one. It goes by the name Steady. As always, people, make sure you are getting involved with the channel, leaving a like, leaving a comment, hitting that subscribe button, and of course remembering that there will be a lot of cuts and pauses during this reaction video. The reason for this is very simply because YouTube blocks them unless we break them down. So we try to combat that by making the videos very technical and analytical about the sound itself. So we're going to jump into this one. Hopefully you guys can still enjoy. If you want to check out the full video itself, I'll leave a link to the actual audio in the description down below so you can check it out there. Without further ado though, let's crack on. Alright then. Right, just before we get into the drop on this one, this is sounding very smooth. The instrumentation is spectacular. Really nice kind of low-end rolling synth pads. The general texture of the kind of soundscaping is awesome as well. Just in general, it's sounding very smooth. Similar to Mood as well. It sounds like it fits on Made in Lagos right from the off, which is something that I clocked yesterday. Seems to be a bit of a theme that we are actually developing among the deluxe edition additions to the release. So yeah, it's sounding crazy. I'm looking forward to it.
I want time with you, girl. You're moving it slow, you know. You're moving it slow, you know. That's what I just want.
There's so much going on with this one in the background. You've got those little kind of horn riffs kind of sliding in and out. You've also got these really nice kind of almost like vocal slides from WizKid. He's almost like tap dancing around the rhythms on the instrumental. It's sounding so good. I'm really liking this one, to be honest with you. I mean, I knew I'd like it. It's a new one from WizKid and it's on the deluxe edition of Made in Lagos, so I'm going to enjoy it. It's one of the few artists I actually go into a tune assuming I'm going to like it, which is probably bad, but it never disappoints, man.
Oh, today you never need to worry. All I need from my baby.
Woo! Just a note on the instrumental side of this one. Again, I know I talk a lot about instrumentals. I was a producer for a long period of time. I work a lot in A&R, so this is kind of like the technical area I like to assess. Really nice use of percussion, and again, stripped back harmonies. There's times where there's like 4 or 5 things all rolling together for like half a second, and then suddenly everything strips back again. It's got such a natural ebb and flow. There's a real kind of wave-like texture, in almost like a tide going in and out with the way the tune sways from left to right. Again, WizKid is just sounding awesome over the top. Those the sort of repetitive vocals, again, using the auto-tune very sparingly on this one. Really nice composition so far.
Move like a 5-star lady.
Woo!
That's my baby. The girl amaze me,
Mate, the thing I'm loving about this more than anything else is just the use of space that WizKid's able to bring to the tune. That sort of, again, wavy texture of the way the tune's kind of swaying allows Wiz to almost use these kind of pockets of space, these pockets of kind of vocal silence, shall we say, for the rest of the instrumental to kind of breathe. There's so much space on this in comparison to what we'd normally hear. There'd normally be like 20 layers of percussion going on, all doing individual things. This one, it's all about the kind of depth of those bass lines below and the padded textures that are kind of floating around the atmosphere as well. Really nice. Oh, man. I really like the addition of the high-pitched vocal as well. It just had something different. There's something unique about this one. Even though it does fit very cohesively into the rest of Made in Lagos, this one is the one that's standing out for me the most out of all the new ones. There's some different twists and turns on it. There's some different melodic ideas. And those little horn lines kind of fluttering in and out over the top of that high-pitched vocal work really nicely.
This you won't start something. Count on me for love. I've never ever
Let's
seen
go,
this
Wiz.
one.
Again, I mean, I'm pausing a lot. I always say in these videos, I'm likely to pause it a lot if I enjoy the tune. There's so much for me to break down. I tried to not do it, but I hear music in a way that's very much like layers, if you know what I mean. Like I always naturally will break down the different layers, and the thing that's becoming more and more apparent is how comfortable WizKid sounds on this tune in particular. He normally sounds comfortable, but the way he's almost kind of, I said before, tap dancing around it. He's almost gliding over the top of the instrumental without it sounding too strenuous. He's just trying different things. This is the most melodic and kind of harmonious I feel he's sounded. He's like extending the melodies. There's a lot of up and down. There's a lot of vocal scaling going on. Sounds wicked.
All I need from my baby, something steady.
That call and respond is awesome. That little call and respond, yeah, between the sort of, I don't know if it's a sax or if it's a different type of horn, but he'll go me, my baby, yeah. And you hear the kind of back and forth between the two. I love hearing call and respond on WizKid tunes, man. I think it always adds something a little bit different. It adds something that gives it more of I suppose a songwriter's edge, you know. It gives it something where there's almost an extra layer of humanism to it. It's almost like a conversation going on sonically. Really cool. Don't tell me that you hear this one in a dance and you aren't pulling an undercover wine left, right, and centre. This is crazy. And I tell you what, out of all the new tunes, for me, this is the one that I'm looking forward to hearing in the dance the most, because it's got that kind of, there's like a cheeky nature to it. There's almost like a smoky texture to the way the composition's built through those pads being very warm and very, very fuzzy. But this little hook in the middle, I can see people breaking into dance circles. I can see people kind of finding their own spot and just having their moment to it. It's beautiful. It's just like, actually on a musical level, it's a beautiful sounding chorus.
Too strong. I'ma get you freaky, you got them freaky. Oh baby, why you gotta take so long?
Again, another switch up in flow patterns. The big thing that we were commenting a lot on when Made in Lagos first dropped was how many tracks had like a constant evolution vocally. We'd hear different flows, every single verse, every single bridge, every single chorus block. Something different would be happening, whether it be rhythmic, whether it be harmonious. There was always an extra element being added into the recipe, and we're hearing that again here from Wiz. Just showcasing how versatile he is and how varied his musical ability is, because he can always add something else and it never sounds out of place. It's crazy.
Body physically sexy.
Again, man.
Smooth like a 5-star lady.
It's those little kind of organ flutters, those little like like in the background. They're adding so much texture. Again, they're almost making it sound like there's background conversations going on, and then he's got the call and respond with the horns as well. It's very conversational. On a musical level, it sounds like voices are taking place rather than just like instruments playing their melodies. It definitely sounds quite conversational in the way it's structured. I've really, really enjoyed this one. I've actually struggled not to zone out and just take it in. It's one of those ones. You know what? Yeah, that little section there, that little instrumental section there is enough to turn any dance sideways. That alone for me gets it playlisted. Like that little instrumental section there, crazy, man. And I love the fact the instrumental section was included on at the end as well. I think we are nearing the end of this one, so we're going to finish up and then round off. And there we go. The sounds of WizKid with Steady, another addition to the Made in Lagos Deluxe Edition. Absolutely adore this one. Really, really nice. It's my favourite. Thank you to everyone who was recommending that we check this one out. This was definitely one that I was seeing mentioned a lot in the 2 reactions that we've already done for this project. So there we go. Fantastic stuff. WizKid. What more can I say about the guy, man? He's just so on form. He knows his craft inside out. Production on this one is through the roof. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. Make sure you do go and stream the full version of Made in Lagos, the Deluxe Edition. I saw earlier that Made in Lagos is now up to number 8 in the charts. Or I think the original of Essence is up to 8th in the American charts. It's crazy how much longevity this project's had over the course of the last year. But there we go, people. Please do make sure if you did enjoy this one that you are getting involved and clicking that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And of course, please do remember you can catch me over on Breakfast with Kovu 7 till 10 in the AM GMT. That's UK time. I'm live on Trickstar Radio running the breakfast show, playing the music that I love and hopefully you guys love as well. We always get guests on as well. It's always a good crack, so do come and get involved. You can download the app via the App Store and Google Play, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.